welcome to Blue Coach Travel. My name is Jonna, and here we talk about ocean cruising and all things Disney. If that sounds interesting to you, make sure that you like and subscribe. Today we're going to talk about cruising, and more specifically, we're going to be talking about cruising during hurricane season and answer the question, is that something that you can do? Have you been looking at cruises and seen some of the really great deals that can happen during what is considered hurricane season and think, is this something that I could really do? Well, today we're going to talk about the answers to some of the questions you might have to decide whether you want to take the plunge. Question number one, when is hurricane season? So it is June, basically the 1st of June through the first couple of weeks of November, with the height of the season mid to late August through the first couple of weeks of November. One of the cons of this time frame is actually the weather, because it is going to be the hottest time in the Caribbean. But on the flip side, it's when kids are usually out of school, so it gives you that opportunity to take a cruise with your entire family. The second question you might have is, could your cruise be canceled? Now, with the way that we're able to predict weather these days, canceling a cruise doesn't usually happen. Now, what could happen instead is you could have maybe an extra day at a certain port, or maybe you might have to miss a port, especially when it's those tender ports. Tendering just means that you're getting off the big ship, getting on a little ship or a little boat, and taking that basically water taxi over to the port. And sometimes if the weather's really bad, ships are not able to stop at those tender ports. Sometimes if it's maybe difficult to get into a port, if really rough waters will make it so it's not safe to do. So there might be a time where you might miss a port. They might try to go to a different port of call, or you might get an extra day at sea. Now, when we were first started cruising, we wanted to stop as many ports as possible. And we have had ports being canceled or rerouted because of the weather. And at those times, we were very disappointed. But these days, we'd actually rather spend time on the ship than go to the port. But just to be safe, this is a good opportunity to stress the importance of travel insurance, because if for some reason, your cruise was canceled or something happened due to weather, you do have that peace of mind. And the third question is, are there some areas in the Caribbean that are less affected by hurricanes? And the answer to that is yes. The Southern Caribbean is below usually the hurricane area, so it is less effective, but you still get the opportunity of those savings due to it being hurricane season. So usually the Southern Caribbean are a little bit longer of a cruise. It would be an 8-day rather than a 7-day. But again, that extra day on the ship, who can beat that? Regardless of the itinerary, this time of year could definitely see a lot more rougher seas. And changes to your itinerary. So there's two things that you definitely want to pack. That is your motion sickness remedies, and 2, make sure to pack your patience, because changes can and probably will happen. So you want to be prepared for that, and you definitely want to be prepared for those rougher seas, so you don't have that motion sickness. I hope that answered some of your questions about cruising during hurricane season, and also gave you a better sense of what it's like to cruise during this time. Do you have any other questions that I haven't talked about yet today? Make sure to leave them in the description box below. And if you need help planning your next cruise vacation, in the description box below, there is a link to schedule a complimentary consultation. We will get to know you and help to make your vacation dreams come true. Until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye, everyone.